From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
I have a question for you Republicans out there. Why aren't you all fighting for Black Americans to have reparations? Now, I ask that because I often see and hear Republicans say, oh, Republicans freed the slaves and the party of Lincoln freed the slaves. And that is true. Now, we know that the Republican Party became a thing in 1854 when it had a fight with the Whig Party over the issue of getting rid of slavery, right? Now, that was comprised of Northern abolitionists. They were like, no, we don't want slavery anymore. So they went on to form the Republican Party and to fight for the end of slavery. So yes, it was the Republican Party that ended that. Great thing, right? Now, the Republican Party also championed that of the 13th Amendment, which again abolished slavery. They also fought for the 14th Amendment, which gave freed people civil rights and citizenship. And then they also said, hey, why not add the 15th Amendment, which would give freed people voters' rights? Those are all great things. So think about the question I asked. Then why aren't the Republicans of today fighting for reparations? Because if you want Black people to be free and all these other things, well, didn't y'all want us to have reparations then? Yes, you did. So y'all keep saying, oh, well, we freed the slaves. And y'all say that now in 2025. So what changed? Do y'all just want to cling on to that argument just for the sake of arguing? With no teeth behind it at all? Or do you really want to continue fighting for Black Americans to not only have freedom? And listen, we know that 13th Amendment says slavery was banned. But how about those prisons? Because there's a lot of us in there, right? Y'all could fight for that and say, hey, free those Black people out of those prisons. Because it's the, majority of the prisoners are Black. Y'all not talking about that. See, I want to go back to old talking points. So yeah, the Republicans freed the slaves. Well, we know that there was a Southern switch that took place and that the Democrats who were like, wait a minute now, we fighting for civil rights under the LBJ administration. Oh, I don't want to do that. So they went to the Republican Party and then they made the Republican Party racist, right? More racist than the Democrats. So that's really what happened. So not necessarily the same Republicans, even though they're two wings of the same bird and all that other stuff. But yeah, don't talk about you freed the slaves and you ain't trying to get the former slaves, further generations some money. You know we want reparations, but y'all talk about y'all weren't slaves. Y'all know all about slavery until it comes to, giving reparations to Black Americans who are descendants of slavery. Y'all don't want nothing to do with it then. But y'all historians, we freed the slaves. But yeah, seriously, keep all that conversation out your mouth unless you're actually serious about it. But right now, we want a check. We want the money that was promised to our ancestors that we never got. Yeah, it's not something that we just want. Like y'all say too, oh, it's a handout. We don't want to get a hand. Nah, That's what we deserve because we earned it through all that free labor that y'all stole. Because listen, we didn't give it to you, okay? Y'all stole it. We didn't give it to you freely. We didn't want to give it to you. We didn't want to be bending over picking no cotton from sun up to sundown. We didn't want massa to be hopping on our great-great-great-grandmamas and Miss Ann, taking from the men. But they didn't want that. They didn't want nothing to do with you, right? And so that we built this country and the slave master's children are still eating from those efforts, yeah, we want our money. And it's not if we get it, it's when. So while y'all run around talking about how y'all are the party of to free the slaves, why don't you free our money? Please and thank you. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful comments,